What is going on, guys? Today we have got the final episode of our second season in charge of Millwall, and we're going to start out we're going to see if he can take rotation. We're going to start out like important, that's alright. We're going to start out with a couple of contract renewals, or attempted renewals. We've got McLaughlin here and Tunacliffe, and hopefully we can get those done and dusted. Making good progress. We're going to start one, and hopefully after the money comes in at the end of the year, we can get Tunacliffe on board as well. I'm doing McLaughlin first because I have 0 right backs as of right now. Romeo is gone, as you all remember. No release clause. And Tunacliffe, I do want to keep him around, of course. What's he on now? His current wage is 19. Go to 24. A sign-on bonus of 100,000. $20,000, 280. All right, so counter, of course, remove bonus, and then edit wage and signing bonus. So if he's gonna go to 20. He wants 20. Okay, what? Okay, alright, fine. We're gonna be like this. Okay, we'll do that way. Whoa, Jesus. Alright, and then can we do 20? How's that? Submit offer. We do want to keep Tunacliffe, as I was saying, of course. But, I'm feeling that I can get another midfielder in the window. I do want another midfielder in the window, so I would prefer to have. I don't have that money. Alright, so we're going to end this for now. And then when we get the money at the end of the year, like we normally do. 90. Oh, Jesus. Prize money, 93 million. Holy crap. That is an absurd amount of money. Alright, so we're going to go forward, and right at the end we'll see what we can do when it comes to signing some of these players. And then today we're of course going to look at the squad report and see what else is going on here, as some of these players are starting to die down a little bit. But this one, 80 to 90 is good, 74 to 94 is good, 71 to 93. He's 43 overall, but we'll see with him. We'll take a look at some of the other guys, see if we get anybody in this time around. No. Reject these couple. I only do the ones that have 94 to start with, or 93 really. This one's 91. He's 17. Nah. Because mainly we're looking for those really good players, of course, but I do like to keep the real players in game, so I only really go for the really good youth players. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of this, and then we'll move forward just a little bit. Next year we'll have to change up who we are training, of course, and see if we can get some of these guys up toward their end. We're going to have a couple of sessions here, but we'll take a look at where we ended the year after simming to the end of the year, of course, as last time we ended in a place where we really couldn't get to a Europa League spot, so we didn't really have anything to play for, and then we simmed and didn't do so great in the simming department. So we finished in 13th place. I mean, 1 win back of 9th, which is where we were really, so it's not too awful. 44 points on the board, 9 ahead of relegation. It's not too bad, of course, but next year we'll be pushing hopefully for Europa League place. Chelsea won the league by 7 points, a nice margin, and ahead of United. Liverpool 10 points back of United and 17 points back of Chelsea in 3rd place. City after that, who finished ahead of Spurs on goal difference, and then Everton, Arsenal, and so on and so forth down the line. West Brom, Newcastle, and Aston Villa relegated. Aston Villa relegated by a decent margin there, 9 points, 2 back for West Brom and 4 back for Newcastle. We'll take a look at some of the other things we have in here as well. The FA Cup, Burnley beat Manchester United in the FA Cup final, which is very nice. As you remember, Burnley knocked us out, so I don't feel too bad about it anymore. So Burnley win the FA Cup. Southampton win the Carabao Cup. Not too many big teams in here. This is what we were saying earlier, is Leicester beat Tottenham. If we were to beat Southampton, which we didn't, so it's twice, we were knocked out of a tournament, and twice the winner passed us and went on to win the tournament. As the Copa Europe went to Juventus 1-0. The Champions League still be to be played was Leverkusen and Barcelona in the final there, and the English teams as City and Chelsea got to the semi-finals. Any other English teams in there? United were beaten by Barcelona, and that is it. Europa League should be next. Yes, it is. As Paris beat Arsenal 3-0 in the Europa League. Arsenal got to the final there. Any other English? Tottenham, who were beaten by Napoli. Dortmund in there as well. So decent amount of teams in there, and not bad at all as we move forward. We're going to have to figure out who wins the Champions League. Of course, we'll jump back into it, but we're going to go another week, and we'll do a squad report, and then we'll check to see what's our budget. Did we still not get a budget in here? We'll take a look. I thought that money at the end of the year came to us just so we can mess with it, but if not, then I'm kind of screwed. Profit, £108 million. That's absurd. Oh yeah, so it didn't come to us, so we're gonna have to work with what we have. If McLaughlin isn't gonna accept it, we're gonna need to do it for Tunnicliffe. We're just gonna have to try it out, aren't we? Where are we looking here? There we go. So we'll go to the squad hub and we'll try it on Tunnicliffe now. So McLaughlin, I guess, is just not interested in staying. Romeo is already out of here. We're going to need to do some more of these next years. Cooper and Tofolo, Saville, Onyedinma. Got players leaving soon. Yan Dander we're going to look to sell, I think, come the off season. I want to delegate this one. 35 million. No, 35,000 and 56,000. There's no way. Christ, I don't have the money for these things. Contract negotiation. We're just gonna try it, because if that's what we're starting the delegation at, that's not really that great, is it? Important. Okay. 4 years he would like. Alright, no release clause, perfect. And this is what he wants, 28k a week. I definitely don't have the money for that. Remove bonus, edit wage and bonus. 215, and then I can't even offer him wages. There's no way. There's no way. Ugh. We'll try this. This is as good as it's gonna get, buddy. Well, we can add bonus. 15 appearances. No. After 20, I just added the money. I did. £2. No chance. No chance. So I guess these two are going, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully come the next year we can do something about it. Maybe we'll be able to, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see what we can do when it comes to holding on to these players. As Mbulu has an offer coming in for him. This will take. Been trying to get Mbulu out, trying to get Brown out. I don't know how many times. Brown's 3-4 times now. Contract's expiring. I can't do anything about it. But let's go into the squad hub and we'll do a little bit of a recap for everybody's year as we end this training session, and then we'll check who won the Champions League, and then we'll jump into the next season and see what our transfer budget is, because at this rate we're going to need 2 right backs, a couple midfielders, and some other things of that nature. Yan Dand is probably going to go. So, alright, so let's take a look at the squad. Alright, here we go. Attributes, we'll see. We'll check out stats and then attributes. So here's stats. Clean sheets, 5 out of 49 for Archer. That's not really that great. So we had 6 clean sheets in 50 games. We're definitely going to need to work on that. McLaughlin, 25 appearances, a goal and 2 assists, 3 clean sheets. Brown had 1 appearance. At a 5 rating. Got himself a yellow card. I don't even get bookings ever, really. Romeo, who's leaving at the end of the year. 28 appearances, a goal, 5 assists, 3 clean sheets. Foyth, 19 appearances. We have him on loan next year, which is pretty nice. Just good to have backup-wise. Foyth, 19 appearances, 1 assist, and 2 clean sheets. Matt Clark with 44 appearances, a goal, 4 clean sheets. I really love Matt Clark. As you can see, he's up to 79 overall, jumped 9 points this year. Foyth has jumped 3. I didn't really check them. Romeo jumped 5. Brown 2, McLaughlin 1, Gerling 2, and Archer 1. Hutchinson here has jumped 2 points overall, up to 75, 36 appearances, 5 clean sheets. Cooper has jumped 1. He's up to 70 overall. He's 24 years of age. We can probably get him going a little bit better. We can make him a little bit better, I would think. Mbulu, who hopefully might be leaving here, 1 appearance, +1 in overall. Toflo up to 69 overall, 13 appearances, 2 assists. Cucurella with 5 assists, 38 appearances, up 2 to 78 overall. I thought he would have grown a little bit better than that this year, but he didn't. This is our new guy that we've promoted. He's moved up 1 already. Bad form, but he's only 60 overall, to be fair. 5 appearances toward the end of the year. Onyedinma, 43 appearances, 13 goals, 8 assists. Very nice return from him. 3 clean sheets as well. Up to 72 overall, 22 years of age only. Saville up to 77. What in the world did I just press? Up to 77 overall, as we saw. And moving in a good direction. Form is not great for some of these guys, as I simmed toward the end of the year, and they didn't do too well. A lot of mix and match kind of stuff, people playing out of position, that sort of thing. Saville 2 points up there as we jump over to stats. 47 appearances, a goal, and 2 assists. That's not great returns, but a lot of our stuff happens in the front 3 or 4 anyway. Thompson with 40 appearances, 3 goals, 0 assists. Up 3 to 69 overall. Thought he might have grown a little bit more too. Tunnicliffe, who hopefully isn't leaving. We'll see if we can keep him around or not. Tunnicliffe, 2 overall forward. 72 overall now. 40 appearances, 2 goals, 6 assists. Lookman, 42 appearances, up to 75 overall. Started the year at 70. 10 goals, 6 assists. Very nicely done. Foden, who's up to 76 overall, started at 71 when we picked him up. 10 goals, 9 assists, and also missed that chunk of time, is 8 weeks or something in the middle there. So a good return from him, especially with the injury. Is Yandanda, 39 appearances, 8 goals, 3 assists. Someone I think I'm going to move on. He's only 20, but 1 year left on his contract, and just physically he doesn't hold up. He gets into good positions, and he's got nice technical ability, but just the slightest touch and he's off the ball. Excuse me, as we'll see what happens as we move forward. Rossi up 9 points, up to 78 overall, coming along very nicely. 3 goals and 9 assists. He played most of his games out on the left wing. And Brereton, who played up front on his own most of the year, up to 78. I thought he would have grown a little bit better, but he's still only 20. Chances to grow, but he's got 31 goals and 10 assists in 49 appearances. Excuse me, which is very nice. And we'll take a look at how everyone's coming along in value-wise. Brereton at 11.5, Rossi at 11, Foden at 9, Lookman at 8.5, Saville at 8. So we've got some money here. Not too bad. Players are starting to move up. Cucurella with 11 million there, and Clark at 12 million. It's the most expensive of the lot. Foyth at 5.5, Romeo at 5, who's going to walk, which is disappointing. And Brereton, who finished the year as top scorer, as you can see, 24 goals, 1 ahead of Roberto Firmino, and 6 ahead of Lukaku. So it's Firmino he just beat out. And we'll take a look at assists and other things of that nature, but very well done from Brereton. Here you can see the assist charts as Willian and Eriksson leading the way. We've got 2 there, 8 for Brereton and Foden, and Rossi with 7. So a very nice return from the lads there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to check who won the Champions League, of course, and then we'll nope, not what I wanted. And then we're going to jump into next year's transfer budget, and that'll be the end of the year. And then you guys can give me your suggestions below. Hopefully we have a decent amount of money to spend. We're in the Premier League first year. I know it doesn't jump too much, but we would like some money. As Barcelona beat Leverkusen 3-1 in the final, and Barcelona are your Champions League champions. So let's jump into the next season, and we'll see what our transfer budget is. Alright guys, we're into the new season. We're going to simulate forward a couple of days, but then we're going to take a look at the new season, some objectives and other things of that nature, and of course the transfer budget, which I know everyone's excited for. Hopefully we can get some money in and see what happens, and we're going to take a look at our preseason thing, of course, whichever one's more money, this one here, and hopefully we can jump on into it next episode. So in the comments, of course, let me know where you think I should strengthen the squad, of course, and we'll see. And cut that out, and Romeo left the club. Transfer market in, and as you saw, I think the budget was 11 million. Yes, it is 11.5 million here or so, and 30,000 in wage budget. We're going to take a look at our scouting report as well. Hold off on any of these guys. Anyone? Reject. 60 overall. 90 is not too bad. 77, 71. Nothing great as of yet. 73, 71. So what we're going to do is we've got 11 million in the comments. Let me know who you think I should sign, and what we've got a couple players now. We'll take a look at the squad, but what I'm thinking this year around is I want to play two up front. I want Brereton and Rossi up front together. So what I've thought is if I can play like this or like this, then it work out well. I can switch back and forth between this, but I also want Foden in. So if I can get Foden, Rossi, and Brereton in the front three like this, and I have three more to work with almost. I do want the two up front. So we're going to mess around with the formation, but no, I want two up front, maybe three at the back. Something like this. Three at the back, two in midfield, and then I get my three, and then I can still have my wingers as well. We'll see what actually happens, but we're gonna sell on a player or two. We are pretty thin squad wise, as you know. I need a right back. I don't have any right backs. Center back, we're okay. We're gonna try and get Mbulu out of there. If Mbulu doesn't go, maybe Cooper. We're good at left back for the moment. Midfield, I need another midfielder and maybe another backup striker. And Dan, I want to move on. It's a lot of a lot to think about. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the squad hub. I know for a fact I want to move Yandanda on, so he's gonna be put on the transfer list. But other than that, guys, let me know what you feel. This is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned as we start next season, next episode, and peace.